Welcome back to this new lesson about the principles of permaculture. What is permaculture? The term permaculture is the combination of the words permanent and culture. Permaculture is a multidisciplinary design science that consists of the conscious design of ecosystems that are resilient, stable, efficient, and regenerative. This means that the vision of permaculture is to find the right balance between nature and mankind by implementing productive, inclusive, regenerative, and abundant survival systems that enable their coexistence. It builds on a set of economic, ecological, and sociocultural ethics, as well as on a set of ever-evolving design principles, which we will explore in this lesson. Today, you will learn to understand patterns occurring in nature. We will also further detail the ethics and principles of permaculture. As we will learn during this lesson, permaculture takes inspiration from natural and social patterns for conceptualizing, processing, and utilizing system thinking. Patterns tell us a story of what happened and how it happened. They also explain the evolution of the events in time, their cycles, and they can be used to expect and predict occurrences. They are the first guideline to design the template into which we fit the information and objects assembled from observation. Those patterns permit us to flow and function in beneficial relationships. Now, let's have a look at some examples of natural patterns. Looking at these images, you can clearly see a regularity of forms in the natural world. We are surrounded by patterns. Think about waves, sand dunes, volcanic landscapes, trees, blocks of buildings, and even animal behavior. We tend to associate patterns to something that repeats itself, and we can clearly notice that there is a regularity, but this does not mean these elements are identical. Think about the zebra's stripes. They are a pattern, but no other stripe that we encounter in nature is identical to the zebra's ones. Now that we have understood what patterns are and how they are connected to design, we move to present the ethical principles characterizing the permaculture movement. Permaculture is a design system that aims to create sustainable human settlements and food production systems. This global movement sets its foundation on a sustainable and environmentally sound use of the land and the harmonious interrelations between humans, plants, animals, and earth to build stable communities. Therefore, this system requires that our conduct is focused on the good of the planet, of nature, and of the people. Care for the earth, care for the people, and fair share are the three ethics principles that characterize permaculture design systems. As we will see in the next slides, these principles are deeply interrelated. Let's analyze them in more depth. The earth is the provider of all the essentials we need for living. Consequently, caring for the earth means protecting the living systems on the planet that ensure our survival. Care for the earth is a comprehensive principle that does not involve living things only, but also non-living ones, like water, air, and land. Ecology and biology have shown that living and non-living systems are deeply intertwined and interdependent. Consequently, the care for the earth cannot be reduced to humans, plants, and animals, but must involve the preservation of the soil, which is a complex living ecosystem and essential for plant life. Caring for the earth also entails caring for our forests, which are the lungs of the planet, ensuring a supply of clean air and the supply of fresh water. It also means caring for our rivers, which circulate the water, on which all life depends, by sharing experience and knowledge to infuse a collaborative effort to change one's own life and that of others. The act of caring should start from us. Only in this way it is possible to care for others. Fair share is also described as the ethical principle of a return of surplus to the earth and people. The world's resources are not infinite, so it is important to bear in mind that there is a limited amount of resources allocated for each person, and that if someone wants more resources than those deserved, someone else goes without. So, what's the point of fair share? If we take only our fair share, then there is enough for everybody, and there will continue to be in the future too. If anyone, for even the briefest moment, stops to think of how to possibly have continuous growth, and, for that matter, continuously increasing consumption on a planet of a fixed size with finite and diminishing resources, then the nonsensical nature of this concept becomes clear and evident. All our basic needs are met by the earth itself, and our higher needs are met through community with each other. Furthermore, when we share our surplus and when we share our skills, knowledge, and experience, we build bonds between people, which helps in fostering a sense of a stable and collaborative community. Permaculture promotes a system of life affirming and a sense of reverence for all life on the planet. We've come to the end of this lesson. Thanks for watching.